Sponsored by Dennis J. Courtney, M.D., Director of the Courtney Medical Group, located at 3075 Washington Road in McMurray, Pennsylvania. For more information or to make an appointment, call 724-942-3002. That's 724-942-3002 for Dennis J. Courtney, M.D.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to AM Impact on Your Health. AM Impact on Your Health, where every day our goal to have you learn at least one thing to help you live better and longer. AM Impact on Your Health. Well, it's heard every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 9 o'clock. I'm Dr. Dennis Courtney, and I'm with you each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 9. AM Impact on Your Health, where each day you'll find current medical news, knowledgeable guests, fascinating health topics, and of course, where we encourage you to call in to join in. Today, it's a Friday. It is a Get 'em Up Out of Town version of the show. Actually, it's a Get 'em Up into Town version of the show. What I mean by that, of course, is we're going to be spending some time today with our good friend Kondrot, who actually has left his home out in Phoenix, Arizona, and he's working his way to the airport to come to Pittsburgh to hold his fourth eyes treatment seminar in the last 12 months. We had Ed with us on our Monday show to kick that off, to let you know he was coming. He's coming back this morning to talk more and more about the eye seminars itself. We'll be looking forward to seeing you on Sunday, talk a lot about the times and places and so on and so forth. So if you have an inkling in your mind that you think you might like to come to a free seminar on Sunday evening, get a pencil and paper where you'll be able to write down exactly where and how and what time and the like through the course of the next 45 minutes to an hour. So after our first break, we'll get with Ed, who, as I say, is inbound to Pittsburgh as we speak, and talk to him more about what he has in store for you at his eye treatment seminar. You responded very well on Monday, many of you out there, with specific eye issues. And of course, I think you understand, the intention of our show isn't to try to get into your one particular problem in such great depth, but to give you some general advice and encourage you, really, as I hope that majority of you are taking our shows in the right perspective. Encourage you to come on out and meet with Dr. Kondrot. Come on out to the seminar on Sunday evening, and as I say, get a pencil and paper ready to write that down. So, eye treatment today, the number to call in if you've got an eye issue, if someone you know does, and they're just not, and I think this is the universal problem with these eye issues, is the conventional treatments in these big three, which are macular degeneration, very poor treatment. I mean, very poor responses. Treatments are minimal. This is a pretty tragic. Number one leading cause of blindness, I'm told. Macular degeneration, glaucoma, and cataract formation. These are the three biggies. But you, maybe if you were listening on Monday, could tell that there's a heck of a lot more exotic conditions out there. If you're afflicted with an eye condition, you're not really feeling great about your progress with your current management. You may want to be managed in an alternative fashion. The number one guy is Ed Kondrot, the only, at least at one time, only homeopathic ophthalmologist in the country. So we'll get with Ed right after our first break. Now, what else we got lined up for you? Well, hey, I hope you enjoyed our show on Wednesday talking about the incredible egg. How do we paraphrase the show? The incredible egg and where not to buy them. If you remember the show on Wednesday, you now know you shouldn't be thinking about getting those organic eggs. Big marquee at your local, well, I can tell you, Giant Eagle, Shop and Save, all the big chains have organic sections in them now, but this is one where a little bit of knowledge goes a long way in terms of probably where not to get them because of the reasons we spoke about on Wednesday. In fact, you want to explore that a little more, let me encourage you, get to a computer, dial up the website at djcmd.com. That's djcmd.com. On the opening page, click the archive icon, and all of the shows will come up, all of them in the last 4 years. But the last show, the one for Wednesday, and the date will clearly be placed on it, will be on the Incredible Egg, and you'll be able to benefit from all that we discussed here on Wednesday on that issue. Hey, on Monday, you don't want to miss the show on Monday. Why? I've been talking to this guy for almost about a month, and I'm really getting excited. He's coming to town, too, and he's coming from the West Coast. His name is Dr. Bernardo Lapayo, and he is 108. He's going to be 109 in August, and he's got strong messages for you. Anyway, we were lucky enough. I understand. I don't have it in front of me, but I understand we do have his phone number. He does. Oh, get a load of this. I always tell when a guest is coming from the West Coast, I say, look, it's pretty early in the morning, so I can understand if the gentleman or the lady or the doctor or the whoever might not want to do this show live. Maybe they want to tape it. Maybe they just don't want to do it at all because that's pretty much of an imposition. So I asked Sylvia, look, talk to Dr. Lapayo, and he's 108. Maybe it's just not conducive for him to be getting up at 5:15 in the morning. To which, although I haven't spoken to her directly, the response, I'm paraphrasing, was sort of like, well, so what's the big deal? I'm already up and exercising at 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, wouldn't you expect that a man who's 108 would actually have a response like that? So he will be here on Monday morning talking about how he arrived to 108 and how he may be able to help you arrive to the same place. A lot of questions I'm going to have about his books, where to get them. Don't have the names of any, but I'm sure that we'll get into that on Monday. Brazilian-born, his father was a Brazilian-born doctor and herbalist, and we'll get into this in great detail on Monday morning. You don't want to miss it. And then prepare, because this is the week for Bernardo Lapayo, who's coming to town. Going to be at the Freedom of Choice and Cancer Therapy group on Thursday, Days Inn, Butler, 7 p.m. All the stars are in alignment. It's the right day, it's the right time, and it's the right place. So it is going to happen. 3 stars lined up, and it is the sayonara visit for the Freedom of Choice and Cancer Therapy group for the year. They always take a break in the summer. This is their last one, last featured speaker for the summer. And the last little words that I have in the flyer in front of me would be, see you in September. So, plan to go on up there and meet with that Dr. Lapayo on the 17th. Our calendar will be filling up as time moves on also, and hope you will be sticking with us and following us every step of the way. With respect to the eye seminar, those who have a piece of paper and pencil handy, let me just give you, this probably will be mentioning it a couple more times, but just so you don't forget, this is going to be held, the eye seminar, at the Marriott Airport. That's that big Marriott hotel as you're going past Robinson Town Center, down on the other side of the hill, on the way out to the airport, at the Montour Run exit. There's a big hotel there. That's the Marriott Airport, and this is going to be held, a little bit of a change. Now, if you're coming to all these eye seminars, it's a change for you. If you've never gone to any of them, then it's not a change for you, but these have been traditionally held in the morning on Sunday, and this one is not. Dr. Kondrot said it was interfering, and that those who are churchgoers, and certainly sounds like a good thing to consider. So the free seminar is going to be held at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Sunday evening, not Sunday morning, so make that change. You'll be easily able to find the room that it's in. It's usually a very spacious room. Dr. Kondrot will allow him to talk to you in just a minute when we make contact with him after this first break about what he intends to accomplish. I'll be there. I'll be saying hello to you all also. I promise to chip anybody who wants chip. You all know what being chipped means. Well, in particular, especially for those who have pain problems, we have these holographic chips that have some pretty potent ability to stop pain literally within moments sometimes. And I'll bring my whole conglomeration of chips, and I'll chip all those for free who feel like they'd like to have an opportunity to see if these work and get you information on how to get some more of them. If in fact it does work for you, just as another modality while you're trying to work out the issues involving your particular pain problem. These are called Ciara chips. They do not correct any of the ailments that produce the pain. They only remove the pain. So consequently, you can have a pretty good idea why you're having this painful problem, whether that be arthritis or some muscular myalgia or you just name it. These chips are pretty successful in getting rid of that pain pretty doggone quick. So I promise to chip you. I promise you, spend about 30 minutes with you and just some general discussion in keeping and in concert with this eye issue. And we're talking about, the deficiencies / toxicities that accrue over years and finally manifest themselves in some anomaly or disorder. So that's on Sunday evening. Now, even at this late moment, if you know you're going to come, just to make sure a seat has been reserved for you in the room, I'm going to give you a phone number. Also, there are 2 seminars. The first one is a general one. That's on Sunday evening. That's the one that's at 6 o'clock. But there are those individuals, and at last blush, when talking to Dr. Kondrot on Monday, he normally likes to limit his treatment seminars to a group of 10. He had 6 in his treatment seminar already. I don't know if others have occupied those slots, but if they have not and you want to reserve a slot, this phone number is going to be operational for you to do so also. So this number to call. This is Dr. Kondrot's office out in Phoenix. So while he's in transit to Pittsburgh and incommunicado, his office will be able to field these telephone calls to know whether A, you're coming to the general seminar, or B, you're coming to the treatment seminar, or C, hey, both. Anyway, the phone number out there in Phoenix at his offices is 1-800-430-9328. That's 1-800-430-9328. You can also go to his website at healingtheeye.com. That's healingtheeye.com, and get a tremendous amount of information there too. So, let's do this. I think preliminary issues are out of the way. Oh, Fruit of the Spirit, want to mention, those of you who've got a mind to get a taste of this stuff. I had an interesting question the other day because we had our big fructose controversy develop, and one of my patients was asking me, hey, is there any fructose in this Fruit of the Spirit thing? And so my point was, and I raised it to all of you, when we had our last discussion about this, the fructose connection, it had to do with table sugar, which is called sucrose, but a sucrose molecule has one component of it of glucose, which the body handles extremely well, and one component of fructose, because that's hidden in there, that the body doesn't handle very well. We'll just let it go at that, and we'll get into a big discussion right now. But the answer with respect to the Fruit of the Spirit is, no, there's no fructose in there. There's no sugar in there. There's no table sugar in there. And consequently, everything's pretty healthy. 14 biblical fruit purees, frankincense and myrrh thrown in there as the herbal components. The alkalinized mineral from the Dead Sea, resveratrol, and it all tastes so good. One serving is the equivalent of 5 servings of fruits and vegetables. And the book, don't forget, we got a lot of copies of the book. Be happy to give you a free copy of Harmony, written by Deborah Ray in collaboration with Drs. John Young, MD, and Dr. Aida Reyes, and we'll let that go at that. Okay. Let's take a short break. In the interim, through the miracles of electronics, we're going to hook up with our good friend Dr. Ed Kondrot, now working his way to the airport out there in Phoenix to make his way to Pittsburgh to see you. You may have some questions in anticipation of his arrival. You may just want to listen. You may have a comment. You got the number to do it, 412-825-6262. Be back in a moment with Ed. metabolic nutrition testing, immune system repair, natural hormone replacement therapy, chelation therapy, cutting-edge allergy correction, and a host of other safe and effective alternative therapies.
MSG Corning MD is located at 3075 Washington Road in McMurray. Phone 724-942-3002.
Want to help your family eat healthier? Before you discuss hopes of wondrous ways, how about some real nutritional power? If your family has the typical American palate for fries, pizza, and burgers, giving your family the blessing of good nutrition is a struggle. Fruit of the Spirit is the answer for your family's nutritional needs. Fruit of the Spirit is an all-natural, whole fruit puree made from fresh fruits native to the Holy Land with alkalizing minerals. Fruit of the Spirit was 5 years in the formulation, the work of a team of top nutritional experts with independent science to confirm its antioxidant power. 1 ounce a day provides the equivalent of 5 servings of fruits and minerals. Fruit of the Spirit is convenient, affordable, and delicious. Even your picky family will sing the praises of Fruit of the Spirit. Give your loved ones the blessing of good nutrition. Call 1-800-442-3793 for a special promotional offer. Fruit of the Spirit, a blessing for your good health. That's 1-800-442-3793. Call them now, 1-800-442-3793.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back once again to AM Impact on Your Health here on this Friday version of the show. We usually say get 'em up out of town version. I have to make a slight correction today. It's get 'em up in the town version. And of course, who's coming is our good friend Dr. Edward Kondrot, ophthalmologist, Pittsburgh born and raised. Took the whole dog and pony show out to Phoenix not too long ago. But you know what? He keeps on coming back. 4th time this year. He's come back, and he's coming back again for another eye seminar. Every time he comes, we like to get with him to let you know he's arriving, giving you an opportunity even now to call in and ask any question you may have about this entire eye seminar issue. We're going to be talking about the 2 kinds of eye seminars and which one may be applicable to you, as Dr. Kondrot, who mistakenly I thought was already on his way to the airport. He's just getting ready to leave his home to do it. But he's nice enough to consent that in this troubled time and high anxiety time to spend some time with you. So with him right now, let's say good morning, Dr. Ed, and welcome aboard.
Good morning, Dr. Dennis. It's really a pleasure to be on your show twice in 1 week.
Twice in 1 week, and I'm going to be seeing you. Hey, you're coming in today at some point, and you're doing your eye seminars as you've done so often across the country, but in particular Pittsburgh. You know, we're at some sort of record. This is the 4th time in 12 calendar months that you've been here.
Well, you know, all my friends in Pittsburgh, and my heart, even though I'm living in Phoenix, my heart belongs to Pittsburgh. And I always enjoy coming back to Pittsburgh to sharing new things, new alternative treatments that can help folks with eye problems. And that's why I'm excited. Sunday evening at 6 o'clock to 8. We're having a free seminar where I'm going to be discussing different modalities to help improve your vision. And it's called 10 Essentials, Save Your Eyesight. And we're going to be talking about diet, hydration, avoiding genetically modified foods, which foods to stay away from in your diet. And I think my friend Dr. Bob Rowan summed it up very well. He has a label on it, don't eat it.
If it has a label on it, don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Pretty.
And then, my goal is to give folks some helpful pointers. They can begin to take steps immediately to help them preserve their vision. And then we're going to talk about some other modalities that I embrace, or you embrace: IV therapy, chelation, homeopathy, microcurrents, and light therapy. And just to give folks an overview of what these things can do and how can they possibly help their condition. So that's the seminar. Then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're having a 3-day treatment program. So if anyone's interested in actually seeing if these therapies help, they can sign up. get a couple of treatments a day, and we evaluate their vision, their contrast, visual field, to see if these modalities help. Surprisingly enough, as you experienced in observing one of the past programs, the majority of people do get it.
Oh, yeah, and they get it within a day. This was amazing to me. I never really knew that. I mean, I was expecting that they would get improvements, but you know, as you know, my son Joey comes out to help you all, and his participation brought me a little closer to the action there last time, and to hear, he was amazed. And when he finally told me, I was amazed too, that in a day or two, people were seeing.
So a lot of people think, well, you got to do these things 6 months to a year, and am I really investing my time and money wisely? You know, what happens if it doesn't work? That we find out very quickly. And I think the human body, and in particular the eye, has a remarkable ability to restore itself. And that's something that traditional medicine just ignores. You can do some things to help regenerate the eye and visual acuity. And most of these things are not very complex. And I think it starts by your diet. You know the old adage, are what you eat. Food is our best medicine. I think we've got away from those key elements keeping our bodies and our eyes healthy.
Well, for the listener out there today, of course, we got plenty of return listeners, and already know about Dr. Kondrot. But, of course, we always have new listeners, and for those new listeners today, wondering, this Dr. Kondrot coming to town, what are the groups of eye disorders that, of course, any visual impairment that makes you think as though you're not seeing as well as you should be triggering you to be seeing an ophthalmologist anyway. But be that as it may, most folks who come to see you for your seminars already have seen not one but many ophthalmologists. It's because of their lack of success with them that they're looking for other avenues to pursue. What kinds of disorders those who are listening should be on the lookout for being able to be helped in these alternative means, especially in what you can offer them when you come to town?
Well, for some of the listeners who maybe have heard my name for the first time and don't know who I am, I like to tell people I wear two hats. We're certified ophthalmologists and still keep up to date with the journals, go to the traditional meetings, that on the other side, the other hat, from this alternative love. My true love is homeopathy and the homeopathic approach to healing. So when I evaluate someone, I'm looking at what is the best modality to help restore their vision. It's not totally against eye surgery, and some traditional treatments are great. But the majority of patients benefit far greater by beginning alternative therapy. Folks that should attend a seminar, somebody that's been recently diagnosed with macular degeneration, or maybe somebody who has macular degeneration, had injections, surgery, laser surgery, and maybe is not satisfied with their level of vision. Also, another big area that I think would be extremely helpful with alternative therapies is glaucoma. I'm seeing more and more glaucoma patients because the treatments just are, well, I shouldn't say they're not helping. Many times the treatments are causing more problems than benefits. Allergic reactions, the eye drops, irritation, systemic side effects. And even though the pressures might be lower with treatments, patients are still losing their vision. So I'm seeing more and more glaucoma patients. So if you have glaucoma and you're interested in reducing your medication or looking for an alternative method, this seminar is for you. And other eye problems, eye strain, cataract, the inflammation of the eyelid, blurred vision, glare, all these annoying things that are limiting you in your ability to function. I would highly encourage you to come to the seminar and find out steps you can take to begin to restore your vision.
Absolutely. That's great. That gives folks an idea. I know on Monday, when you were with us, we got a couple of phone calls, and they were from people who were having eye issues. Certainly, they were talking about disorders I had never even heard of before. You absolutely heard of them, obviously, but just to get those comfortable out there, if you're having visual issues, you don't have to know your diagnosis. You can already know your diagnosis. It's just if you're not happy with the improvements that you expected and that you're not seeing literally and figuratively, then these are the kind of folks that we want to come and have a chance to meet Dr. Ed Kondrot out there at the Pittsburgh Marriott on Sunday evening, at least for the initial seminar, so you can begin, excuse me, to get comfortable with what you're doing. Ed, wouldn't you say that's a great way to get started?
I think that'd be a great way. Now, you can
I will come, as I usually do.
Yes, so I think you give me your 20 to 30 minute talk on your approach to treating cardiovascular disease and improving the circulatory system. I think that is essential. You know, you need a healthy vascular system. You expect to have a healthy eye and vision.
And, of course, too, we want people to see that the relationship between you and I is a solid one and that they can feel comfortable about some form of continuity that, okay, the week's going to be up and well, about Thursday or Friday, you're going to go back to Phoenix, but they're not going to be abandoned. These folks are going to be strictly monitored by you by phone and seen by me in the flesh. Why don't you talk a little bit about that and get that concept across?
Because people that do participate in the 3-day program, you know, the program doesn't end on that third day. The program continues for a year and sometimes longer. And I believe strongly in close follow-up to monitor vision and the treatment modality, see if we can, you know, see if we need to make any changes. We need to fine-tune some of these treatments to get better vision. And one of the things that I really encourage people to do is to get some intravenous treatment to boost their nutritional status. And there's a treatment called the Myers cocktail, which I love. This is an IV that has a really high concentration of vitamin D, trace minerals, zinc, selenium. Essential things is really vision back. So one of the things we encourage patients to do is get one Myers cocktail a month, 3 months, get their nutritional status up. So these treatments will work even more. They'll have more benefits from the treatment. There's one thing that really shocked me. Probably 80 to 90% of people that I see that have macular degeneration are deficient in zinc, even though they're taking it as a vitamin form. And the big problem is zinc is just not absorbed in their body. So I'm sure that you...
Well, when you give it to them IV, you get to bypass that gut issue, and what you give is what they get.
Right. So I think that I'm really grateful that you're there, so you can be a liaison to help patients with their continued care, with their different, treatment modalities. And you're kind of like a watchdog. You're the watchdog in Pittsburgh. So you'll make sure that they're doing the treatment as they're supposed to.
I believe in them wholeheartedly, and I put the full force of my reputation behind you, Doc, and that's not done so willy-nilly either, and it very rarely is done, actually. So, but I feel so comfortable in what you do, and I learning more and more about the benefits and how pleased people are to come to that. I'm really happy to be your Pittsburgh pinch hitter, okay, in your absence. But then you're coming back, and these folks are going to be able to be reevaluated here. They're not going to have. They can if they wanted to, but they don't have to go to Phoenix because you keep coming back at interval. Why don't you talk about your returns, because they've been frequent.
Well, I usually try to come back to Pittsburgh every 3 to 6 months. And, not only for the seminars, but, visit with my family, friends. So we try to make it minimum of every 6 months, but it seems like I've been coming out closer to 3 months.
Yes, you have.
Although I don't know if I'm really that keen with the December trip.
Well, I know because that snow, but then you just left snow. I mean, you had a snowstorm in Arizona like a few weeks ago or something like that, didn't you?
Yeah, you know how to rub it in. May 24th, I entered the Grand Canyon North Rim, and almost didn't make it to the trailhead because of a snowstorm. There was snowdrifts, fallen trees. It was unbelievable. I left Phoenix with 100-degree weather, and then temperatures in the low 20s North Rim. I said to myself, what am I getting into? I want to hike in this weather. But, very quickly, the Grand Canyon, like inverted mud, freezing on the rim of the Grand Canyon, at its bottom of the Colorado River, or like desert. So, believe it or not,
gorgeous.
32 degrees on the rim, and in the 100s up by the Colorado River. Talking about a pretty big temperature extreme.
Lovely country, and tough for we who live in Pittsburgh and haven't really left there to appreciate what you're talking about. But that's one of the allures of the West that took you out to Phoenix. But it's nice to see you keep on coming back. Why don't we do this, Dr. Ed? Why don't we take a short break? When we return, we'll pick up some more information from you about the seminars, of course, and what you're able to offer. But in particular, for those who are listening to us, who may just have a specific question about their own conditions or conditions of their eye condition of some of their loved ones, we had some good interrogatories on Monday. Maybe we'll pick up on a couple more today. The number, folks, out there, if you're listening and you got a question for Dr. Ed Kondrot, ophthalmologist, about your eye issues or others and that you know, give us a call in the next, we got about 25 minutes here, 412-825-6262. That's 412-825-6262. We will be back in a moment.
Okay, we're working on it, right? The fruits and vegetables today is a dream in your busy schedule. What if you known that the product 5 years in the formulation that delivers 5 servings of fruits and vegetables in just 1 ounce? That's right, the Food for Spirit. The blessings of Food for Spirit are now formulated into a delicious whole fruit puree product rich in antioxidants and minerals. Your health is more than just a test result. It's a balance of physical, spiritual, and emotional factors. You work regularly to strengthen your faith, let Food for Spirit help cover your nutritional needs in a convenient and cost-effective amount today. Call 1-800-442-3793 for a special promotional offer.
You already have one, Ed.
Spirit, a blessing for your good health. Food of the Spirit, 5 servings of fruits and minerals, no added sugars. That's 1-800-442-3793 for your good health. Call them now, 1-800-442-3793.
This is Dennis Courtney, MD. Do you become confused about how best to manage your health? It's no wonder. It seems that every time you turn on the television or radio, another expert has yet another suggestion for you to follow that seems to be reasonable enough, but no matter how dutifully you follow the instructions, it just doesn't quite produce the results that you were looking for. If this confusion sounds familiar to you, give us a call at the Center for Complementary Health, where we'll make some sense of the confusion based on a blending of traditional and alternative medicine that we've been perfecting over the last 7 years. We offer metabolic nutrition testing, immune system repair, natural hormone replacement therapy, chelation therapy, cutting-edge allergy correction, and a host of other safe and effective alternative therapies.
Dennis J. Courtney, MD, is located at 3075 Washington Road in McMurray. Phone 724-942-3002.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again to AM Impact on Your Health. Heard here on KHB 620 each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 9 o'clock. I'm Dr. Dennis Courtney with you today on a Friday version of the show. Normally it's an exciting day of the week for us anyway, but more exciting than usual today because a good friend of ours, accomplished ophthalmologist, is coming to Pittsburgh, his fourth time this year, folks, for a treatment seminar we've been speaking about on Monday of this week, and we're talking about again today. Trying to let those of you out there know that if you have eye issues, there is another way to go, another place to look at, another set of treatments to approach that have pretty good opportunity to get benefit that you just might not be getting with conventional treatment. Our featured guest today and our inbound invitant is Dr. Edward Kondrot, Pittsburgh born and raised. Now comes back to us occasionally from Phoenix, Arizona, and he's inbound to Pittsburgh today. Ed, you still there, my friend?
Yep, I'm still here. In fact, I'm in the car right now, driving to the airport.
All right, we have started the trek.
Very excited about coming back to Pittsburgh.
All right, now we're opening it up to you now, folks. If you wanted to call in to ask a question or make a comment, the number to do that is 412-825-6262. That's 412-825-6262. During the commercial break, somebody took us up on our offer and is on the phone right now. Let's say good morning. Hello, welcome aboard. You were Dr. Ed Kondrot. Go right ahead.
Good morning. Thanks, Dr. Courtney.
Sure.
Just had a question on eye drops.
Eye drops.
Yes, a lot of them have propylene glycol listed. They're one of their...
Antifreeze, propylene glycol. Really?
Yes, and I was wondering, is that safe to put in your eye?
Boy, Ed, is that right about the eye drops? Propylene glycol? Antifreeze?
Yeah, that's correct. So every eye drop, commercial eye drop, they have some type of preservative in it. And as you know, antifreeze is a preservative. So, any petroleum-based product can have toxic effects. More and more people are developing allergies to petroleum products, even if they never had them in the past. The sensitization is developing. And that's one of the problems, actually many problems with a lot of traditional eye drops. One, the preservative can cause a allergic reaction, and there may be toxic effects for that. And then also, there's problems with the actual medication itself. Maybe not treating the actual disease causing depression. In homeopathy, the acute body is intelligent, and when symptoms develop, this is the disease of the body expresses itself. As a homeopathic doctor, I try to treat underlying causes, which cause those symptoms where the problem is the eye. Instead of steroid drops, something that doesn't cause. The good analogy, you're driving the car, red indicator light comes on. Instead of looking at the problem, take the light bulb out. That's a lot of traditional treatment. That's the approach.
So as far as eye drops go, the ones with that kind of preservative in there doesn't sound even good to me. No matter how low a concentration it might actually be in, but I'm very surprised to hear the propylene glycol is in an eye preparation. My goodness.
What is the name of the eye drop?
What eye drop are you using, ma'am?
I think it's one of the commercial ones. I don't know if it's Natural Tears or, I can't think of it offhand now.
But I thought that Natural Tears was saline, so they put the propylene glycol in with the saline, Ed?
Yeah, it's preservative-free saline. That would be the only product that would have any preservatives in it. In fact, this label is very misleading. If they call it natural tears, because that's preservative in it.
Or is it possible?
One of the eye drops I recommend for dry eyes is the homeopathic eye drop, which is preservative-free. I helped develop two formulations. One, a homeopathic eye drop for men, homeopathic eye drop for women. And both of these are formulated because there's a big difference in men and women, different hormonal levels, different structure of tissue. So these two products are fun effective to treat dry eye inflammation.
Are they
More natural approach.
Are they obtainable from your website?
Yeah, if you go to healing all one word, I, like, you can find a link to the website, or you can give the office a call, 1-800-40-93-LATE. But just be aware that our time difference.
Yeah, because they're not there right now.
They're going to be in the office 3 hours.
All right, so you can get a homeopathic eye drop, man, without any preservatives in it, formulated by Ed himself, who would never put anything harmful in the doggone things to begin with. And you can do that phone number or that website. I'm glad you called.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, take us up on our offer out there, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to us right now. And as Dr. Ed Kondrot is working his way towards the airport to jump on the airplane to get to Pittsburgh, if you want to give us a call, 412-825-6262. Ed, are you there? Oh, I think we lost Ed. Let's do this. Ed, are you there? We're going to do this. We're going to take a short break. We'll find them, folks. We'll get them. In the meantime, you call us up too, 412-825-6262. We'll take a short break. We'll locate Ed. We'll tell him to pull off the road. He was getting a little crackly anyway. Be back in a moment with Ed Kondrot.
This is Dennis J. Courtney, MD. Have you become confused about how best to manage your health? It's no wonder. It seems that every time you turn on the television or radio, another expert has yet another suggestion for you to follow that seems to be reasonable enough, but no matter how dutifully you follow the instructions, it just doesn't quite produce the results that you are looking for. If this confusion sounds familiar to you, give us a call at the Center for Complementary Health, where we'll make some sense of the confusion based on a blending of traditional and alternative medicine that we've been perfecting over the last 7 years. We offer metabolic nutrition testing, immune system repair, natural hormone replacement therapy, chelation therapy, cutting-edge allergy correction, and hosts of other safe and effective alternative therapies.
Dennis J. Courtney, MD, is located at 3075 Washington Road in McMurray. Phone 724-942-3002.
Want to help your family eat healthier? Instead of learning to disguise tofu in wondrous ways, how about some real nutritional power? If your family has the typical American palate for fries, pizza, and burgers, giving your family the blessing of good nutrition is a struggle. Fruit of the Spirit is the answer for your family's nutritional needs. Fruit of the Spirit is an all-natural, whole fruit puree made from fresh fruits native to the Holy Land with alkalizing minerals. Fruit of the Spirit was 5 years in the formulation, the work of a team of top nutritional experts with independent science to confirm its antioxidant power. 1 ounce a day provides the equivalent of 5 servings of fruits and minerals. Fruit of the Spirit is convenient, affordable, and delicious. Even your picky family will sing the praises of Fruit of the Spirit. Give your loved ones the blessing of good nutrition. Call 1-800-442-3793 for a special promotional offer. Fruit of the Spirit, a blessing for your good health. That's 1-800-442-3793. Call them now, 1-800-442-3793.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to AM Impact on Your Health. We got a quick break there. We lost our good friend Ed Kondrot, but we got him back. It was, I don't know, dropped off or whatever. And we're here in ice. What's that?
Hit a rut or something like that, I don't know.
All right, you may hit a rut, but we are in no rut here, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Kondrot's inbound on his way to Pittsburgh for Eye Seminar Week. 4 times now in the last 12 calendar months. Ed's come back home from Phoenix and is wanting to help you with your eye issues. We spend some time with him on the radio each and every time he comes. He's got a general treatment seminar, a general seminar on Sunday, 6 to 8 at the Pittsburgh Marriott. And then on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at least, and moving into Thursday, eye treatment seminar where you can work with your particular eye problem. We're saying to those with about 10 minutes to go today, if you have a particular question in mind that you'd like to ask Dr. Ed, please go right ahead and give us a call, 412-825-6262. That's 412-825-6262. So, Ed, while we're waiting for another knock on the door, and you are there, aren't you, Ed? You right there? Okay. How about giving the folks an idea of what some of these alternative treatments are? We just generally categorize them, and they may have a little whimsical attitude to say, hey, what does he mean alternative? What are some of the things that you do that they could expect to be involved in if they participated in these eye treatment seminars?
Well, when most hear of alternative treatments, they think of diet and vitamins, exercise, things like that, and they're all fundamental, establish foundations, I guess, for good health. But the real basis of practice is based on homeopathic principles. And when I discovered homeopathy, that's what really got me interested, very interested way to bring homeopathic principles to my eye practice. And homeopathy is based on an exact science, and it studies, which I believe are truthful for healing. When I studied homeopathy, I used the same textbook taken over 200 years ago. So a true law does not change. On the other hand, when I was getting my traditional medical education, by the time I was senior in medical school, half the things I learned my freshman year were outdated. And you see that time and time again now. With those treatments, the people are not healthier. They're getting sicker and sicker, and more toxic side effects of drugs, more diseases are surfacing because of improper ways of treating. The basic principle in homeopathy is that the body has the ability to heal itself by giving the root medicine stimulate the body to heal itself.
Legs treat legs, right, Ed?
Exactly. The law of symbolism. This makes you a little some people, but to give you an example, let's say you have a fever, we would actually give you a medication which causes, you have diarrhea, medication which causes diarrhea. And you may be thinking, well, Dr. Kondrot, I don't think I like that treatment. Well, it doesn't sound like it makes sense. If you believe that the body has intelligence, so if you have diarrhea, the disease like has diarrhea. You have toxins or infection, and by taking a medication which causes diarrhea, kind of purge the body, assist the body doing what it's trying to accomplish. And miraculously, many times the homeopathic remedy will greatly improve physical, mental symptoms, and emotional symptoms. A lot of things in traditional medicine are based on homeopathic principles. Like, for example, digitalis, made from box of a plant, is very poisonous. If that's happened, you would get severe heart disease. Yet, digitalis extremely minute amount treats heart failure. If you're allergic to ragweed, go to the allergist, what does he do? He gives you dilute injections of ragweed, very things that you're allergic to. So you see this law of similar surface even in traditional medicine. But in homeopathy, take it to a more elegant level. We're trying to find out how this body express itself and what medication can we give. Not to suppress it, actually cure that state, bring the body back to a balance. So, for example, if someone has macular degeneration, we're interested in what type of macular degeneration, but more importantly, we're interested in the symptoms. How does it affect the person's mental, emotional state? And we're also looking at other physical problems, digestive issues, arthritis, dizziness. And we look at those symptoms and we then study all of them to try to identify a homeopathic remedy that expresses itself in that manner. No wonder the biggest complaint that I hear, well, homeopathy has not been studied as well as traditional medicine. And I think that's false. All of our homeopathic remedies for drugs have been studied in much greater depth than any pharmaceutical product.
Well, that's interesting.
When a pharmaceutical product is studied, number one, it's usually studied in animals. And animals have different physiology than humans. Second, pharmaceutical products are looked at for treatment of a specific disease. If they're evaluating high blood pressure medicine, they look at the effect of high blood pressure. Homeopathic medicines are studied in humans to improving. And when we do a homeopathic history, we're going in with a very objective opinion about that remedy or substance. And then we note the response. Good and bad that occurs. That becomes our mental picture. These provings have been done with great detail. There's volumes with the effects of different medications, not only on physical, but also mental, emotional. So if you really start to investigate homeopathy study, far greater detail than most pharmaceutical drugs. And to boot, all of our homeopathic medications are by the FDA, and they were actually by a work, a book called the Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia, which lists all homeopathic medicine, and all of these medicines should be grandfathered in after the FDA was established. Because unfortunately, it would be impossible to take these homeopathic remedies through the traditional FDA pharmaceutical regulations like current now.
Okay, homeopathy appears to be a big component. We've got about 2 minutes left. Quickly, some of the other things. I know you, and I was amazed to see the effectiveness of it too. Something called microcurrent stimulation is something that you have really found to help these eye disorders. Quickly, what is that?
Well, microcurrent stimulation is a very low current. Stimulate blood flow, increase cellular activity, and reduce scar tissue. And there have been many studies, medical literature, demonstrating microcurrent has that effect. So it really makes sense to actually see positive results of it when people are using microcurrent like with the eye. But I do have to make the statement that, microcurrent is considered investigational for the eye. And that's why it has to be done under a doctor's supervision. Because if you use the wrong current with the wrong frequency, it can reduce your vision, cause problems. Many of the old microcurrent machines had high current blocked the nerve pitfall. The more you use very, very low current, microamps, that would stimulate the function of the eye. Much like in homeopathy, like less sometimes can be more gentle, more effective in terms of stimulating body catalyst, body heal.
Well, with just a couple of minutes left to go, let's bring this together. You're on your way to the airport, ladies and gentlemen. He is working his way to Pittsburgh. He's coming to see you this weekend and as well as next week. And with this now the 4th treatment seminar he has come to Pittsburgh for in the last 12 calendar months. And you'll be out there at the Pittsburgh Marriott on Sunday evening. This is the new change now this time around. It's in the evening, 6 to 8 o'clock. And for those of you who'd like to go, I'm sure there's openings in the room. You may want to call and reserve a seat. The number 1-800-430-9328. That's 800-430-9328. And Ed, I'll see you when you get into town, and we'll hook up once again with you and your staff, and hope you have a wonderful week back in your return to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, thanks so much, Dennis, for your support, and I really look forward to seeing you and hearing your work with the Sunday seminar, too.
Okay, I'll look forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be seeing Dr. Ed out there on Sunday evening at Pittsburgh Marriott. Take care, get a careful trip, and safe traveling.
Thank you.
Okay. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Ed Kondrot as he worms his way to the airport. Don't forget, if you can make it, really would like to see you. I'll chip. Those of you who got pain issues, I'll chip you, see if that would help. And really, I've been amazed at how quickly it has helped. Also, have a chance to just talk about things in general. So see you on Sunday evening. Until then, don't forget Monday morning with the 108-year-old guy, Dr. LaPaya. Oh, my goodness gracious. It's going to be an exciting Monday, an exciting week for a couple of reasons around here. Until then, this is Dr. Dennis Courtney saying so long for AM Impact on Your Health.
AM Impact on Your Health is sponsored by Dennis J. Courtney, MD, Director of the Courtney Medical Group, located at 3075 Washington Road in McMurray, Pennsylvania. For more information or to make an appointment, call 724-942-3002. That's 724-942-3002 for Dennis J. Courtney, MD.